so much to. Hey man, what's up? It is the Ace Micheals Show, and coming to you live. Been a lot of talk about staying indoors, being in close quarters with folks. Man, I don't know about y'all. I'm getting a little, man, really, man, really. But I'll go through it. I'll handle it. I'll just keep barreling through no matter what it takes. But yeah, a lot of people have been saying, it's really tough being around my in-laws. It's really tough being around my family, like kids. I don't want to see these kids as Christian. I don't want to see I've been seeing them for 6 months. What I'm saying? I used to have a job that I could go to escape the closeness. It's the closeness that's killing me, Doc. Anyway, so it made me think about our guests today. They work very closely together and they have a great relationship on that stage. You can tell from what they call the chemistry. You can tell that they get along well on stage and off. And then I wanted to ask him, like, is that hard? Is that generated? How do you do that? The Jacksons couldn't do it that often. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, welcome to the show. My good friends, Sally Olson and Ned Mills are back on the show. Beep, 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 beep.
And Lola's so excited she's sleeping right now.
And I'm sorry, that is just wrong. There should be a law. Lola is on the show as well.
Okay, Lola's
on.
Say hi, then go back to sleep. Say hi. Hi. Okay, night. Okay, that's it.
So guys, obviously when you work with somebody, there's gonna be some tension. There's gonna be some beautiful stuff too. Beautiful things happen when you work with people. If you got the right person, I'll give you an example. I got a studio and my studio carpet is in terrible shape because we didn't own a vacuum. Okay, we just did. We didn't. Hey, that's what it was. And then my girlfriend one day, just out of the blue, she brought a vacuum and just showed up with a vacuum. To me, that's partnership, man. That's what it takes. I didn't have to say anything. I didn't ask for it. I didn't wish for it for Christmas. She just showed up with it. That's how the synergy of working with someone else can work great in that kind of sense, like you're making the spaghetti, he's making the pasta, and it works together really well like that. Now, we know sometimes it doesn't always work like that. And there's been cases, the Van Halen crew, they couldn't seem to make it work all the time. And, they're legendary for that. Robert Plant and gosh, rock people's going to kick my butt for not being able to say his name right now. Who's Robert Plant's dude?
And oh God, I didn't know there was going to be a quiz today.
I know, yeah, right, exactly. I didn't know I was going to quiz myself. So,
I don't.
Jimmy Page. Woo, Jimmy Page.
You want a toaster? Okay.
Anyway, but enough about them. They've had their time. It's Sally Olson and Ned Mills' time. So my first question is, what are the difficulties of working together in a business sense when you also are working together and you know each other on a personal level?
You go first.
You go first.
The difficulties of it? Wow. I guess I should have studied too. I don't know. The difficulties that we face aren't with each other. It's with the challenges of the business. We just had a major milestone happen for us because we are both pretty good at selling and doing the business, but we never liked it. Sorry to inform our clients, we love you guys, but we don't enjoy.
It takes up a huge amount of time, and we just want to be focusing on the performing.
We don't enjoy. We don't enjoy contracts and negotiating and all that. And recently, we now have a manager handling that. Yay! I think that's one of the big challenges of it. I think the other thing, a big challenge for us, we're both guilty of this. Some are guilty more than others. Is letting go at the end of the day, and it's time. Okay, it's 5 o'clock or it's 6 or whatever. There's no rule in stone. Let's go to a movie. Let's just forget about the cares of our day. Let's just chill, And so I think that's a challenge that any couple faces that's doing business together, is that separation between the personal life and the business side.
Now, is there one of you that is quote unquote kind of more geared towards the business? Like somebody starts talking business and you say, one second, Sally, he wants to talk business. You know what I mean? Like, is it that kind of dynamic, or do you both pretty much don't like it, but you both do it the same if you have to?
Well, it's kind of a mixed bag, I guess, because I'm just so focused on this show 24/7 because I mean, even before I met Ned, I was performing as Karen Carpenter, and then the show evolved, and then I needed a Richard Carpenter, and I met Ned, and he was the guy for the job. Not to mention his amazing, arranging and pianist and skills and everything that he brings to the table. But because my head is in it 24/7, it is really hard for me sometimes to just take a step back and just live life and relax. What was I thinking about? But in terms of like business, when there's negotiating to be done, that's kind of always Ned's area because he's a good, he's good at that. He's the number crunching guy.
I'm usually the barometer. I'm the one that says, we should take a break, when we're bombarded, maybe we have phone calls and messages said, you know what, it's the end of the day, my brain's tired. Let's roll it over to the next day. It's not the end of the world if we don't call everybody back right now, or sometimes you get people on social media that are very supportive and get some that aren't very kind.
Yeah.
And I think just because I'm a couple of years older than Sally, I think I don't let the things get to me as much when there are a lot of people, it's a jealous type of business.
Yes.
And I know that there are people, I'm very protective of Sally. There are people jealous of her. And some people might say something unkind and then okay, delete, forget about it. She's good at the delete part. The forget about it part is something we're working on, and make sure that our skin is thicker and we don't let the naysayers or the people that are, there are other people who do what we do in the business. She's thin and she's pretty and she's talented. And there's people who, it maybe that's more of a diva thing.
Well, yeah, so am I, but you ain't said nothing about me, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
whatever,
right.
dog, whatever. It's all good. No, but you hit on one thing that I want to touch on is getting older. We're all getting older. None of us are escaping that unless, of course, we die. But getting older is kind of interesting because I like what you said is that you get to a point, a certain maturity level, we'll call it, where some things you do just let them roll off your back. Whereas you used to fight those things when you were younger and feistier, you felt like you could fight those things. And now you get older and you realize, you know what, it's an email, it's a post on a social media.
I think we're different because when I was much younger, my 20s and 30s, I was, I had the boxing gloves on and I can't believe, and I actually, even then I admired the older people. They're like, I'm becoming that now. I hate to say the S word, but who gives us? There was a great quote that Dr. Phil said one time when he was counseling. There's these parents that had these problem young teenagers, right? And one of them was so obsessed with, so-and-so said this about me and so mean. And Dr. Phil said, you wouldn't worry so much at night about what other people said about you or thought about you if you realized how little they did.
Yeah.
And that struck me because you know what? Other people got problems. Other people got stuff to do. People don't stay up 24 hours. I wonder what Sally and Ned are up to.
Yes.
I wonder what they got stuff to do. If you remind yourself that, it's like on the freeway, like people in Los Angeles, they're friendly. Wow. They give you a little signal. Bye. I'll never see you again.
Right.
And if we take that same attitude, then, we just let it go because at the end of the day, the only person that you really need to impress is the person in the mirror in front of you.
Sally, I just had a really funny image of a young, feisty Ned behind the piano, and somebody says something, and you can see him playing. He's like, hey, I'm gonna stop this piano and come over there. Get it together, buddy.
That was me. And I get from
feisty Ned.
I can still be that way.
But you choose your battles wisely.
Pick your battle. I'm still the kind of person that if someone was rude to me in the store, I'm on I'm on the phone. We both hate the term, oh, she's such a Karen. What an unfortunate term. But
Right.
I'm the one who gets on the phone with customer service. I'm sorry, they were rude to me. Blah, 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 blah. Just happened recently. I won't say the name of the store. I got an apology, a gift card. I wasn't doing that.
Nice. Wow. It must
I
have
don't
been
take it, you know. But I did them a favor by letting them know that they needed a correction.
Yes.
But yeah, you have to pick your battles. You can't fight every battle. You have to pick the ones in priority order of what is the most important, you know.
Now,
life shouldn't be a battle anyway. You should enjoy my dad would enjoy the fight, God rest his soul. You know?
Now, for the two of you, I know that you probably, I don't know this, but I would presume you probably schedule rehearsal time. You schedule time to do the business. Do you schedule time for like your personal time? Do you say, hey, no matter what, Tuesday night is date night. Tuesday night is movie night. No music night, it's movie night. Don't even take the, whatever that lid thing is on the piano, Ned, that comes down over the key. Don't even lift it. Just
right.
Not on Tuesday night. Do you guys do that? Do you take it that far? Or?
No, we probably should, but everything is just ends up being spontaneous pretty much.
We're guilty of that. And a lot of times we, like a lot of people, fall into the trap of, if only we get this done, we're going to relax. If only, I can't wait to have this concert done. And then, but we just finished a major video edit that we've been working on for months.
We've had a lot of deadlines lately. And it's like, yeah, we could take a break, but it has to get done. So no ifs, ands, or buts.
Yeah, I'm a little better than I used to be about other. Like I said, I've got other projects that I'm working on, and you know, Rome wasn't built in a day, and I just let it roll over. You know, so no, it would be nice to say. A lot of times we let it fall into place. For example, I've got a thing coming up this weekend. Okay, well, let's go to dinner. We're going to do this, and then but even that is, it would be nice if there was more spontaneity. You know, in our lives. But as of now, ironically, although with the pandemic thing going on, we're probably the busiest people in Vegas. We never slow down. We hustle even harder.
Speaking of that, now you got some stuff coming up. That's a lot of stuff for your calendar too. So tell us what you've got scheduled or that we can look out for the next phase of Carpenter's 2021.
Yeah, talk about the live.
Sure. So we just debuted our Carpenter's Christmas show. So now we have our main show and then the Christmas show, and we debuted it here in Las Vegas at the Space on November 28th, and it was live streamed, but they also captured it on video, and it's available on demand now through December 30th through We Are Live Entertainment. Wally Rocks.
And let's see, then we just did 3 shows in Texas. Grapevine, Texas is called the Christmas capital of Texas. And we were like, really, what's that about? And we go there and Main Street is decked out with lights and games for the kids. And it's like Disneyland on Main Street. It was amazing. And we did 3 shows there, and we had a social distancing sellout on our last show. They want us back next year. And we have a small cabaret thing that just she and I are doing at Chianti on January 23rd. And a lot of our performances, like many entertainers, got rolled over to next year. So our Pennsylvania little tour got rolled over to next September, possibly doing a thing, Christmas in Pennsylvania. I forget, was it Hershey? No. Hanover, Pennsylvania, next December. And so we've been spending a lot of time, like a lot of people that are, fixing things around the home. We've done that as well, but working on new music. The Christmas show is done. Yay.
That was a huge project.
The video editing took months. We just finished the video edit, and we have a possible recording project of if Karen was still around, what would she be recording today kind of perspective. And maybe putting a fresh coat of paint on some of her standards. And so, that's pretty much what we're also talking with, considering, can we announce that? The Downey?
Oh, yeah, I guess we could.
Yeah, we're renting the Downey Music Theater. The Carpenters are from Downey, California. And we're talking with them about doing a special show at the Downey Theater next year as well, possibly in May.
right? Because Downey
So-
claims the Carpenters as, their
Mhm.
own, even though they actually were born and raised in New Haven, Connecticut, but the
Mhm.
family moved out to Downey, California when the kids were pretty young. So,
And Sally's been really busy. She's our merchandise person.
Mhm. Oh,
You can,
I
so
just got a
we've been
sample.
working on that.
Yeah, so we have
that as well.
online drop ship merch now. So this has been another big project, and we got
Yay.
Oh wow.
might be backwards. 'Cause of
You have the mugs
but
too? Where are the
yeah,
mugs?
the mugs are-
Oh,
So
right.
So we got shirts and mugs and
I was
then
gonna say, I hope that's not merchandise Ned's holding in his arms there.
Yeah,
No.
no. Lola's not for sale.
varsity jackets and
Oh, great.
So she's been busy working on that. She's our,
Could you hold the mug up for a second again? Is that image you guys?
it is. So that's our our promo photo, and I simplified it into like a flat graphic design.
Have
she
you ever
designed
been a
that.
mug before?
What's that?
Have you ever been a mug before?
No.
No.
Project?
Well,
Look,
we're
Neil
on Neil
Portnoy.
Portnoy's.
Yeah, I'll show the
mugs.
back of that.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, okay, okay.
I think it's
Right.
showing up backwards in the video,
Yes.
but yeah, since we've only just begun.
It's so perfect. Yeah, perfect.
And then our Christmas one, and then of course it says Merry
Wow.
Christmas, darling. So,
Wow.
You're on Neil's mug as well, right?
I
Neil
saw
Portnoy.
the Portnoy paintings, but I never saw the mug. That's great.
Yeah, so I finally got a mug shot, right?
Put our mug on your mug.
I'm gonna hope out loud that Santa sends me one of those mugs, because those are some pretty nice looking mugs. I would shamelessly sip on something while I'm doing the show with the mugs. So okay, so here we go. Everything looks good for 2020. They got vaccine ready to rock and roll. You guys got show dates coming back. It looks like it's going to be a good year, right?
Let's hope so. Let's hope that we have friends. A lot of them are looking forward to the vaccine. A lot of them are being cautious and say, well, I don't want to be the first in line. Let's see how it goes, on both sides of the aisle. But we just hope that all of this crisis is in the rearview mirror. We have some other exciting things that's, I don't know. Sometimes we'll shoot ourselves in the foot if it doesn't happen. There's a talk of a couple of international performances.
Yes, that
Well,
would be great. That would
We
be
got our
great.
fingers crossed. We're talking with some people in Australia, that south of Laughlin, for those of you who haven't been there. And so, there's a lot of exciting, it's ongoing, but what we love now is that when people call and, hey, we want to talk about, okay, well, you'll have to speak to our manager now. So we let him do the dirty work for us now.
Now,
we
you
just
guys
wanna
don't wear
play that
masks on stage, do you?
What?
You don't wear masks on stage. do you?
No.
We have had performances where some musicians had concerns about it, and we addressed those concerns and said, absolutely, if you want to wear your mask in rehearsal, once we're doing the show, we're more than 6 feet apart on the stage.
Mhm.
And in accordance with law, there's I think it's 30 feet between the performer and the front row.
Well, at least that's here
And
in
so-
Nevada. I don't know about
Yeah,
other states.
yeah.
but-
So we've been respecting people's choices with that and keeping it safe. I think it is a little ironic that when we fly, the middle seats are empty. So apparently, COVID can only travel in one direction.
Yeah,
Versus
of course.
I don't know. We're not doctors. We just want this crisis to end. We're exhausted, just like everybody else is.
So I'm coming to your next show. What should I be excited to see that I won't see anywhere else?
Now, if I recall, if you're, you mean you talk about our cabaret shows, our very next scheduled one?
Your next,
Right.
whatever's the next show you guys are going to be doing, your Carpenter's thing. I'm coming to the show. I'm actually standing outside the theater right now, and I'm excited. What am I excited about? What am I going to see?
You're gonna see a side of Karen and Richard that most people don't know about from hearing them on the radio. You're going to see the entertainment side. You're going to see the comedy antics. People that, they're funny. I didn't know that.
And
You're gonna
the
see-
breadth and variety in their talents.
Yeah,
As well.
you'll see Sally as Karen, showing her virtuosity. Did I say it right? Versatility.
Virtuosity.
Yeah, on the
I know what you
drums.
meant.
On the drums.
It sounds cool, even if it's not. We'll
Yeah,
make it, that's gonna be our name.
Richard does the classical feature. So you'll find that beyond the beautiful ballads, there's a lot more energy to the Carpenters in their live performances than most people realize.
Nice. I want to say this, we're out of time, but I want to say you two, and this is how I feel about it. You two are a lovely couple and you're wonderful performers. And I just want to say that while I have the moment to say that. Anything else before we sign off? How do we reach you on social media? We want to stalk you.
Go to carpenterstributeconcert.com. That's Carpenters plural with an S, tributeconcert.com. We're also on Facebook.
You can find out where we're performing there. You can buy some little gifts, you know, and maybe even say hi to Lola. So
yes, indeedy. And that is what's up. Hey, man, it's Sally Olson and Ned Micheals on the show today. And go check out their show. If you haven't seen it, go check it out. I've had the opportunity to see some of it here, some of it there, but never the actual show in one place.
Full production, yeah.
But I'm kind of weird, so that's why things work. Hey, you know what I say at the end of the show, and I still mean it. Live the life you love. Love the life you live. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you.
All right. Thank you, guys. That was a really, really great